going to make video number 2 for this year's holiday season treats. Now, everybody has done saltwater taffy, I should imagine, that owns a freeze dryer. But I got to thinking about a nice movie, funny movie I watched many years ago, Forrest Gump. And one of his catchphrases in there is, "Life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get inside." So we're going to use that as a theme for our treat this year. We are going to be making chocolate-coated freeze-dried taffy. And it's going to be mystery chocolates because you're not going to know what flavor you're going to get inside. How's that sound? I think that sounds catchy. So I went out and got me a bag of saltwater taffy. This is a Sweets brand from Walmart. It's like $2.88. We're not going to use the whole bag, but it's a 14-ounce bag. But I got this because it's got 10 flavors in it. You got banana, blue raspberry, chocolate, cinnamon, pear, licorice, Neapolitan, orange vanilla, peppermint, and wild berry. And my tray that we're going to be freeze drying this in, I've got the freeze drying supplies dividers, and I've got it to the smallest section, and they are 4 by 10. So we got 10 flavors, 10 rows, and each piece we're going to cut in 4 sections. So it just works out perfectly. So let's see if we can't just go through here and pick out every one of those. I bought another bag just in case there ain't all the flavors in here. So we need a banana. There's my banana. Blue raspberry. Chocolate. Cinnamon. Nice looking cinnamon there. Pear. Licorice. I think that's licorice. I think that's licorice. Licorice, Neapolitan. There's my Neapolitan. Orange vanilla. Peppermint. Oh, that one's going to be a good one. I probably could do them all peppermint. They'd be great. And wild berry. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Let's sneak one of these cinnamon in to the belly. While we're prepping. All right. Let's get these cut. I'm going to try it with scissors. Just cut each piece into 4 little chunks. Put each chunk in a square. Just like that. So, that's easy enough. Let me do the rest of this off camera and I'll be right back. There we go. Now, my freeze dryer, I have the old model. I don't have candy mode, but I've had good luck with freeze drying taffy, just like I did with my peanut brittle, which, by the way, if you haven't seen that video I uploaded a couple of weeks ago, but by the time you see this, on a chocolate coated peanut brittle. Oh man, that stuff's to die for. So, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to pre-freeze this. There's no need to. I have a load in the freezer right now that has been pre-frozen overnight for my 3-tray meal that I always do. So I'm going to add this to that in the freeze dryer. I will put this on the top shelf because that's one of the warmer shelves. I wouldn't put it on the bottom shelf for sure because that's the coldest shelf in there. And we'll just run it with a same load, same settings as I do for my normal loads, which is factory settings. I don't change anything. I just add a lot of extra dry time. So I'll get the freeze dryer fired up. When it tells me to put my food in, I'll go ahead and transfer the food from the freezer to the freeze dryer. And then I'll transfer this to the freeze dryer. And next time you see it, it'll be coming out of the freeze dryer. I'm looking forward to this one. I'll see you then. Okay, check out all that color. Did those come out nice or what? Beautiful. Nice and puffed up. Let's get rid of our dividers. And we are going to be dipping these in chocolate tomorrow. So, just overnight, I'm going to store these in a Ziploc bag. They'll be all right. Lovely and puffed up. I'm not going to test any of them. I'm sure you guys, most of you, my viewers, have tried saltwater taffy freeze dried. It just turns up nice and puffy and dissolve in your mouth. I can't wait to get some chocolate on these and just see how good they are. Squeeze out as much air as I can. There you go. So I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll be dipping those into chocolate. I'll see you then. Okay, we're ready to dip some taffy. So what I got here is 2 bags of 10 ounces of dark chocolate flavored melting wafers by Ghirardelli. And unlike my last one we made, we are not going to be mixing anything in with this. We're going to put those in there. I'm going to start out with 1 bag, get that melted before I put that in there, just so I don't overfill my pot. We're going to put that on, and we are going to put that at just about, 86, 96, 106, that's 20, about 95 on the dial here. Last time I think I got it too hot, and that probably aided in it not setting up. So we'll just take our time on that chocolate, let that pot warm up, or keep it stirred, and I'll come back when it's all melted up. I'll see you then. All right, we slowly brought that up to temperature this time, and I used some of my old chocolate mixed in with that. That wouldn't harden. Let me show you. This is my leftover chocolate from last time. You can see it didn't harden up. But I just mixed some of that in there with that, because we ain't gonna waste that. All right. So this is nice and smooth now. We're just going to take 1 ball at a time, dip it, coat it, shake off any excess, drop it on our parchment paper. Again, you always want to make sure that the piece is totally covered in chocolate. No pinholes. And that will stop the atmosphere from getting to the center and it get going soft in the center. All right. And I got some pink sprinkle sugar. We're just gonna dust those with that just to give it some color. And press on. So I'll see you after I got these all dipped. Okay, there we have it. I have coated those all, sprinkled them with our pink sugar. We're going to let those set, probably let those set for about an hour or so. I'm going to clean up my table here, and once that's all set up, we'll come back and trim them and display them. I'll see you then. All right. These set up much better. Still not perfect, and that's because I used the old chocolate, but we ain't gonna waste that. So I'm just trimming off any of these extra little bits off of them to make them look pretty. All right. Got those trimmed up a little bit. Let's make a little display for the thumbnail and I'll be right back. Now it's like they say in the movies, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get inside. And with these chocolates, we don't know we're gonna get inside. That's a mystery of the chocolate. So let's try one. Oh man, I picked a good one. So it just melts instantly in your mouth once you get past the chocolate coating. That was licorice, and that was delicious. Let's see if we can get a different flavor. That was an apple one. That was good. Well, I'm not going to go through all these on camera, but you kind of get the idea. It's the mystery chocolates. What you're going to get inside. So, for storage on these, again, because I used two different types of chocolates, I'm just trying to get through my old chocolate. These have set up better than the ones on my peanut brittle that we did in the other video, because we had more of one type of chocolate in it, but they're still a little bit soft. And to be fair, those were 10 days ago, 10 full days ago, I made those peanut brittle ones, and I just took the last one out of the fridge today and ate it, and it was crunchier as the day I made them. So these will store. If you get your chocolate solid enough, they'd store on the countertop, but because of the heat and the air and all that stuff, the chocolate might melt. So what I like to do is put these in a sealed container and pop them in the fridge, and they'll keep months probably in the fridge in a nice airtight sealed container, so you don't get no flavors from other contaminants in the refrigerator. And they'll just keep for months that way. They really will. Matter of fact, I think I got some in the fridge of my Clouds ice cream that I might have made six or 7 months. I don't know when I made them. They were forever. Let's pull one out and see what it looks like. I remember when I made them because these were St. Patrick's Day. So it was made with mint, homemade mint ice cream. So these have been in the refrigerator March to April, May, June, July, August, September, October, at least 7 months. These were sitting in the back. I dug them out the other day when I was cleaning out the fridge. So these have been in the fridge 7 months. You can see let me get up close to the camera so you can see what happens to chocolate in the fridge. Can you see the little blooming that's happened right there? Just a little bit of off color to it. Let's see if it's still crunchy. Oh yeah. Man, those are good. 7 months in the fridge. Can't beat that. Guys, there's a little bit of bonus for you to show you that they will keep quite a long time. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you saw the fun in it, the excitement that you can generate with your company. What flavor are you going to get inside? You know, that'd be kind of fun to watch people's reaction. Pretty simple one to do, so I hope you try it. If you do, let me know. If you like it, let me know down in the comments below. If you have any suggestions on something you'd like me to see me do sweet-wise. I love sweets. Drop me a comment in the comments below and I'll get back to you, as long as you're polite. The rude ones I just delete. So, I thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.